Hi, Susan for SLC Aquatics coming to you live from the fish room. Yes, I have a new 20-gallon long behind me, and today I was privileged to add some Dumbo ear mosaic guppies to it, and I look forward to breeding them and strengthening this strain. But tonight's special species segment is on the peppered Corydora. It's a small little catfish that will be a benefactor to any freshwater aquarium. They're schooling fish, first of all. So don't just get one or two, get at least 6 for your aquarium. And make sure that they have a good long footprint. Some people have said, make sure they're on sand. Don't put them on jagged substrates. And it's true, you shouldn't put them on jagged substrates. But they can go even on pebbles, small stones, and sand, some sand substrates, as long as it's not real sharp sand. They should be kept in groups of 5 or more. I said 6, but to truly experience their natural behavior, many aquarists recommend keeping them in groups of 10 or more. And the beauty of the peppered Corydora, I don't know about other Corydoras because I haven't kept them, but they are seen a lot in the daytime. A lot of other Corydoras are more nocturnal and only become active across this tank and across the glass during spawning and during feeding. But the peppered Corydora is quite a active little creature. I'm trying to get into... Alright, a minimum size for this peppered Corydora, school of peppered Corydoras, a minimum tank would be about 10 gallons. And their water conditions are soft to moderately hard, and that is 6 to 8 point pH. And their temperature ranges from 64 to 73. They don't like a lot of hot water. Anything above 75 to, they will even, mine have tolerated 78 degrees, but you can tell that they're very lethargic. The maximum size of their growth is 2.3 inches, which is 5.9 centimeters. But believe me, I have a female Corydora that is 3¼ inches long, and she is probably about an inch and a quarter in height. She is a large peppered Corydora, but she is not the norm. They're known as, the scientific name is Corydorus palliatus, and they're known as the peppered Cory or the blue leopard Corydora. They're very peaceful, and they're very popular and fun to keep. They're a native to Uruguay and Brazil, though they may have been reports of populations in several other South American countries. They're primarily found in rivers, though it can also be found in streams, ponds, and lakes, and is highly adaptable to all water conditions and is able to ingest oxygen from the surface, which allows them to live in low oxygen environments. Even in near perfect conditions, they will often dart to the surface for air. So don't be alarmed if you spot them gulping air at the surface. But they usually dart up to the surface, gulp, and swim down. They don't stay at the top gulping. That's signs of trouble. Peppered Corys remain relatively small in the home aquarium, and they will grow to a maximum of 2.3 inches, which I already said. The males are smaller than the females and usually only grow to about 2 inches in length. On an average, peppered cories will live for about 10 years. Though well cared for individuals have been known to live as long as 15 years. I know I have a female that's probably going on 5 years old now. It's recommended to provide them with at least 20 gallons or a 20-gallon long aquarium, which gives them a longer footprint to actually swim back and forth. They are bottom feeders, so you want to provide proper food for them. They're very peaceful, as I said, and during mating, they rarely show aggression to each other. Because of this, they can be easily kept with other peaceful community fish. They are egg layers, so you will sometimes see white little balls on the glass and on plants and rocks, sometimes even in the substrate when they are spawning. Because they constantly root for food in the substrate with their sensitive barbels, gravel or other sharp substrate should be avoided. And all of mine are kept on smooth gravel, so you'll be safe there. In fact, anything sharp in the aquarium can damage their barbels, so choose decorations with care, and a small grain sand is usually the best for the substrate. But when Corey and them went to Peru, he had discovered some very jagged substrate that they were found in. So, you know, it's up for air, but you want to really use the best caution. Filtration, they're known as hardy fish, and they should be provided with an excellent filter. And one of the best filters to choose for a peppered Corydora tank is a hang on the back filter. And these filters are known for their durability and provide pristine water conditions as they if they are well maintained. Peppered cories are omnivores and feed on crustaceans, plant matter, worms, and insects in the wild. This diet should be reproduced as closely as possible in the home aquarium, and this can be accomplished through feeding them a high-quality sinking pellet along with regular feedings of live and frozen foods. Their favorite live foods tend to be ones that sink, like frozen bloodworms or I don't know, I can't think of anything else, frozen bloodworms. And they will greedily accept black worms and brine shrimp. A mid to top dwelling food like mosquito larvae or daphnia tend to be ignored by them, and that's true. Also, spawning can occur several times between several different pairings of the fish, so they don't pair off, and it's usually the best ratio is 2 males to 1 female. And adult peppered cories will eat both eggs and fry, though generally the eggs tend to be safe for a short while after spawning. And you can harvest the eggs and raise them in a separate tank, or you can allow them to just let nature have its way. There will be some eaten and some lost and some die, and but every few months you might see a small little cory cat scooting along the bottom of the aquarium. It says the eggs will hatch in about 3 to 5 days. And the newly hatched fry can be fed baby brine shrimp or microworms. And believe me, they're very small. That when they hatch out, they actually fall between my gravel and are hidden for a long time. And that's how they survive. But anyway, that's general knowledge information on peppered cory cats, Corydoras, Corydoras palliatus, however you want to say it. I hope you've enjoyed today's Species Spotlight, the peppered Corydora. Susan for SLC Aquatics.